Good morning. It is day 21. I had decided that I was going to walk the 8 kilometers into Gijon and still then just take the day off there. But it's a bit wet this morning and it does look like it's going to rain. So I'm standing at the bus stop. The bus is meant to be here any minute now. I'm going to head into Gijon, have the day off. I haven't sorted out any accommodation, but I'm going to find somewhere with a kitchen and cook up that spaghetti bolognese I've been craving. After hopping off the bus in Gijon, I spent the morning at a cafe and sorted out a few issues I was having with my bank card. I then checked into this awesome hostel. It was 20 euros for each night. Really great, clean facilities, and I was most excited that it had a really great kitchen, so I finally got to have the spaghetti bolognese I was craving. I met this beautiful woman, Yola, and we spent 2 days just chatting and hearing out about each other's lives over many, many glasses of wine. It was a really great 2 days. Because I've decided to take these few days off in Gijon, instead of not doing a video at all, I thought I would do a very quick video on 2 of my favorite pieces of equipment. The first being my sock system, yeah? So I wear 2 pairs of socks every day. The first being these sock liners. They're made by a company called Injinji, and they are a super lightweight material, really thin, but quick wicking, so it keeps my feet dry. They have these 5 independent toes. So what that does is it stops your toes having any skin-on-skin friction, and then also just wearing these stops any skin into your shoe friction. And so these are excellent to prevent blisters. And one of my number 1 goals on this Camino has been to get no blisters. Having danced all my life, I have had my share of blisters, and I'm done with that. The second part of my sock system are these Merino wool socks from Kathmandu. Thank you very much to Paul and Katie for gifting these to me. I love these. They're merino wool, so they're antimicrobial, and you can wear these like for 2 or 3 days and they're not going to get funky and smelly. Now, I do like to hand wash my stuff most days, but if it's really damp or if it's raining outside and there isn't a dryer, I have no problem just hanging these over the bed, letting them air out overnight and then wearing them again the next day. I have done almost 600 kilometers and I haven't had any funky feet smell and I haven't had any blisters. So I definitely credit that to my Injinji sock liners and my Kathmandu merino wool socks. The next piece of gear I'm going to talk about are my hiking poles. I was really on the fence about this. I didn't think I needed to use them. I'd never used hiking poles before. I mean, I'd only really done day hiking, but I also thought they looked a bit dicky and I just really didn't understand the point of using them. I bought some in Barcelona before I started the hike from Decathlon. I think they were like 25 euro. So I thought I'll invest in them and see how I feel. I can say honestly, I see people hiking without them and I don't know how they're doing it. These are amazing. So the main benefits of having hiking poles are you're using your whole body's engaged, not just your legs. And so when you're walking on a flat surface, they do help propel you forward. They also, obviously, when you're going uphill, you can, again, use that upper body strength and not just your legs, and they propel you up the mountain. Also too, when you're doing a creek crossing and you're like just trying to step on small stones that's slick, it can help you keep your balance and not fall over. I've definitely fallen over. I had one day there where there was so much mud that I'd collected off the trail, but I think it would have been a lot worse if I didn't have these. Also too, just carrying a 10 kilogram backpack, they help keep your balance. But for me, most importantly, where they have been awesome is coming downhill. When you've got a really steep descent, the pressure on your knees can get really intense. And I've had, some knee problems before. I haven't had any issues at all with my knees. mean, I've had a few niggles here and there, but nothing that a bit of cream, you know, a bit of deep heat or deep ice blue that I use doesn't fix at the end of the day. And I definitely credit it to using my hiking poles. Now, one really great feature about these hiking poles, which took me a couple of days to find out about, is you've got these wrist straps. Now, sometimes these wrist straps are just attached to the hiking pole permanently. They're really simple to put on. It's just like a little glove, and you pop that on there. But what it has is this little clip here, and that just goes into that place there. It clips in, and now that's attached to your hand. And so you don't have to have like a death grip on the pole the whole time. And what's really great is that when you want to get your camera out of your pocket and start filming, or just put your hiking poles down and, you know, make lunch, you can just simply press the button and they slide out. Yeah, as I said, that took me about 3 days to figure out, and when I was getting so annoyed with them, I knew that I liked them straight away, that I definitely wanted to use them, but trying to get my camera out of my pocket with my pole attached was an absolute pain, or I then was taking the whole thing off. So yeah, I was very pleased when just by accident I pressed on this top button and my hand came loose. So yeah, look, they're two of my favorite pieces of gear. I will do a full review on my backpack, which is also Kathmandu, and I really love. And I will also do a review on my biggest gear mistakes, which is definitely my rain gear. But I'll save that for another day, because I'm sure there's a possibility of taking a day or two off trail again. So I'll just do these gear review videos then.